What's happening, everyone? This is Corey here. I'm with the Long Island Lacrosse Journal. We got Allie Kennedy from Stony Brook on the line. Allie, how you doing over there?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Where are you at home right now?
Yeah, I'm currently in my house in North Babylon. Been spending a couple days here in a row, which I don't mind because, during this time, usually I'm in season, but I get time to hang out with my family. And I just got a new puppy, so that's exciting.
Oh, no way. That's pretty. What kind of puppy did you get?
Yeah. He's a boxer.
He must be so cute.
Yeah, 6 weeks old, so he's a little guy.
That's amazing. What's his name?
Rocky, kind of basic, but I couldn't think of anything else, and it kind of fits him.
Yeah, it could become a little bit of a mascot for the Stony Brook women. What do you think?
I think he could. He'll be at every home game, so.
Yeah, there you go. It'll be a good luck charm when you're at home. Okay. I got
Exactly.
I got to imagine with the Stony Brook squad and most of your teammates, just being local. I feel like the parents must get so pumped up for your home games. What's that experience like?
Yeah, so for home games, we're supposed to get there 2 hours early to get in the locker room, like change and everything. But when we pull up to the parking lot, the parents already have a tailgate set up. Like if it's an early morning game, like they have breakfast going, like a grill going for bacon, egg, and cheeses. Like they're already drinking, they're like getting it going early, and then they stay for the tailgate after. They make it like an all-day thing, and they have such a great system down. Not even just for the parents, but for everyone there. They invite just Stony Brook fans in general to come to the tailgates, but the parents definitely are all on board with home games. And sometimes, even during away games, they outnumber the away fans.
That's amazing. I love it. They travel deep. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, what's really cool is I was talking to Coach Spallina about this a little bit. Like, when he first kind of like took over the program, and you're just building from there. It was like just building phase. Your program literally went from like the biggest fans, which naturally in college sports, in lacrosse at least, are your parents, right, and like your families. And now it's like they're still there. They still have that, like, you still have that like presence and like that support. But now you have like legitimate, just like fans, girls from Long Island just look up to you. Like, what's that like, kind of seeing that? I know even in your time, you probably saw that transition a little bit and that growth. What's it been like for you to see that?
Yeah, so even backtracking a little bit further than that, my sister played at Stony Brook, and she was there pre Coach Selena.
Oh,
So
wow.
when I would go to her home games, it was literally just the parents and the parents of the away team, unless they were playing like a top five team, which I don't think they really ever did. So I was like 8 years old, just running around the stadium, literally had free range of the whole entire stadium because no one was really there. So I've kind of had like firsthand experience of like watching it go from, not a really popular fan base to, me walking off the field my senior year and people and even security guards that I really don't even know telling me that I'm like, great game and stuff, and like girls wanting to take pictures and having a line of girls who want autographs after the game in the freezing cold, like waiting on that line is just incredible. And, it's something that I really enjoy, and I'm glad that we get to connect with our fans like that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like just what your team represents to the Long Island like lacrosse community, which like it's an honor to have you on just to talk about that, because I think the history, like you were that 8-year-old girl that just you naturally just looked up to your sister, I'm sure, and her teammates, but now you have girls that are like looking up to the Stony Brook girls in a similar way. Like they still look up to you, but it's almost a little different because you're kind of like rock stars now, and they want to interact in so many other ways other than just maybe coming to watch like the team play. So that's really neat that you got to experience it from like literally the beginning. How was your sister's experience at Stony Brook?
She had a great time. I went out there a lot to visit her because we're very close, even though she's 9 years older than me. But she is still, best friends with her teammates. They talk all the time. Even though they weren't the best, they were probably like the 80th ranked team in the country. So she still had a great time and loved her experience there at Stony Brook because, college athletics are really unique. And I found that the culture of Stony Brook women's lacrosse, even back then, was the same, of like really a tight-knit family, and the girls that you're around are your sisters. So she loved it, and it really helped me make my decision ultimately, like when I went there.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now, can you talk a little bit about like, just you were doing, like, your team was doing some amazing things, I felt like, this year, and like it was a special group for you internally. Did you kind of, that's just me spectating, as someone who's just trying to like casually follow your team, but like on the inside, did you kind of feel like there was something special kind of developing this year?
Yeah, and that's what really hurts the most right now about not being able to continue on our season is the fact that I like had a really like gut feeling that we were going to do special things, and we already started off our season doing something really special, but then we get a signature win over Princeton, and that win is a win that makes you hungry and you want to keep going because it was such a great team,
Mm-hmm.
win. And it really showed that our potential is still so far in front of us. Like we have so much more to climb and climb and climb. We're only going to get better from here. So it was just, it stinks, knowing that that was our last game now. But, I was really excited for this season, and I knew we were going to go really far in
Yeah.
May, let alone just because that Syracuse game, like we showed grit and a maturity that I've never seen a Stony Brook team perform before.
Did you feel like it was almost the Stony Brook game was almost like a turning point where you're like, all right, we're here. Like we just made a statement and now we're just gonna we're gonna keep this thing rolling. Like we're not gonna look back at this point.
Yeah, and the best thing about Stony Brook and Coach Spleen and the mindset that he instills in all of us is like next one. Like that was great, but
Yeah.
like we can't hang our hats on that win. Like
Yeah.
we got to keep going, and we got to keep showing everyone that that wasn't a flaw in the system. Like we are here, and like we deserve to be in the top 5, with everyone else.
Yeah, no doubt. That's cool. Like that next one mentality is big, and I think it's been great. I mean, like also just the documentary that's been on your team. Like I've been trying to promote that through our channels because that's like such cool insight to see like the personality and the closeness of your team. Has it been an adjustment for your team, like just going about your business with also a little bit more like media attention this year, or are you guys kind of cool with everything, or is it a distraction? Like, what do you think?
I think everyone loves the attention. I know a lot of girls like love that the camera's on us. It really wasn't a big adjustment because it wasn't, we weren't so focused on it. The only thing was my teammate Kelsey Lenegro was the one vlogging, so girls would get annoyed when she'd like have her phone out and like try to vlog everything. We're like, okay, Kelsey, like we're at dinner, please stop. But other than that, it was, it wasn't a distraction at all. We still got, put our heads down and went to work day in and day out. But I'm really appreciative that they did that because, since I'm not playing right now, all I've been doing is rewatching those episodes pretty much.
No, they become like great memories, and I'm sure you'll have that footage forever, which is amazing. So that's pretty cool. Now, so obviously things got cut short, and it's unfortunate. And Stony Brook was doing big things, and it's not going to be the last time Stony Brook women's lacrosse does big things. But I guess for you, like, how are you adjusting? Like, how are you turning this, into like a positive spin, and how are you kind of like continuing to move in like the right direction personally?
um, I've just been kind of taking it one day at a time as best as I can. But I
Hmm.
do find myself getting, a little sad that I'm not in season right now and I'm not around my teammates 24/7 and I'm not practicing, with them. But if we do get this year of eligibility back, that's what's like kind of keeping me really positive is the fact that I get to go back again
Hmm.
and kind of not hit the restart button, but kind of get another shot at it. And I'm just really looking forward to going back,
Yeah.
if I could get it. So that's what's kind of kept my mind off of it. And, just being around family and having people around me that support me in every aspect of my life is just like, has been helping me out a lot. And also talking to my teammates every day,
Sure.
because we're all going through it together. So we just talk a lot. And, me and Coach Selena have been in contact with a lot of things too. So he's been helping me out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, it's cool you're keeping the conversation going. We were talking a little bit earlier before we came on. What are some ways that you're staying in shape personally? You got the at-home gym going on down there?
Yeah, there's actually someone here, like my brother's friend here working out right now. I don't know if you can hear the music, but it's my bed, like my room's right above it. Yeah, so I have a really sick at-home gym. We got the squat rack, we got the bench, everything. We have a belt squat, which is like a pit shark. You put the belt. It's a whole big thing. There's a lot of equipment down there that I can use to make sure I stay in shape. But I'm so used to running a lot, so I've been going on runs. I just came from one, so I'm a little red right now. But yeah, I can't go a day without doing something because
Yeah.
right now I'd be in practice, so that's what my body's like conditioned
Yeah.
to do.
No, it's good. You're staying motivated and keeping it moving. Do you switch up like where you run and like your route, or you try to kind of stick to like the same thing?
I keep it the same because I know like markers. Like I'll be like, I need to get to this telephone pole by the time like I'm at 3 minutes to know that I'm on pace or something. So I like my run, so I know like I can just put my head down and like look up and get to gauge like where I am distance wise.
Cool. That's really smart. Cool. All right, let's talk a little bit about what you're doing with Headstrong. So I got an email from Jennifer Hoffman talking about how there are three senior stars, Allie Kennedy, Grant Ament, and Mike Sowers, teaming up with their peers for the hashtag Last Shift 2020. Last Shift 2020. So if it's cool, I'm gonna share my screen for a second and just pull up that graphic because I thought this spoke volumes here. So here's the email, and then you can talk a little bit about kind of like what this means and why you decided to get involved. So you have not done yet, one last shift. So talk a little bit about this, what's going on with this campaign.
Yeah, so it was like the Tuesday or Wednesday after I got home from finding out my season had just been canceled. And Pat from Headstrong reached out to me and told me he had a timely opportunity for me. And so I gave him a call, and we were talking about, Nick's house and how the Headstrong Foundation really is helping people like cancer patients in this crazy time where they're so vulnerable and can really catch this virus so quickly, and it can be lethal to them because their immune systems are down, and they've gone through some crazy things already. So this virtual 5K, the last shift, not only is it going to help student athletes band together, for one last time and actually have control over something that we could do together and really make it like a team unified feeling. It also benefits the Headstrong Foundation and is really a great campaign that I'm super excited to be a part of and super thankful for. And, I'm just happy that I'm out there with Grant and Mike to, put our platforms to great use and, do it for the greater good.
That's awesome. So in the email, it says it's going to be April 6, 2020, and it's going to be a virtual 5K. Do you mind just talking through like logistically how that works? So like if I wanted to get involved as a peer and participate, like am I just going on a run and like documenting it on my phone? Like how are people approaching this?
Yeah, so there's a link and it's in my bio on Instagram, or you can go to Headstrong like foundation.com, I'm pretty sure, and you can register to run. So you still like do like a register thing as if it was like a real like in-person 5K. But yeah, at either during your run or after, you just document that you did it, or like right when you start. It's supposed to like everyone's supposed to run at 12 on April 6th, because not only like is that the day for the campaign, but it's also National Student Athlete Day.
Okay.
So that was like the main point of it, is for like, to unify everyone, to let the seniors get their one last shift in of 2020.
So Allie Kennedy 30, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Make sure to drop her a follow, and obviously you can sign up for the link there. So I'll be doing that. It's such a cool concept. I want to get this out there to as many people as possible because I think that's a home run. And are you gonna be doing your 5K on your traditional route that you've been doing to work out, or are you just kind of like just going out there and running for that particular day?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on my traditional run. I'm gonna have to go a little bit further, but that's the route I'll be taking, is what I do every day.
Awesome. So that's really neat. I love that you're getting involved and making, obviously a really tough, unfortunate situation. Like that's a really huge, not just like positive, but it's really great for awareness of how this kind of virus is affecting certain people. Cause a lot of times in the lacrosse community, like it's been, unless maybe you have someone in your family who's on the front lines as like a nurse or a doctor or is working in a hospital, or, God forbid if they're sick from it, like, our job is to like stay home and like stay healthy. And I think, even though we're staying home and healthy, you're doing something that is really like raising awareness and funds for people that truly need it. And Headstrong's an amazing foundation that we support. So, it's a no-brainer to promote it to the Long Island lacrosse community. So That's awesome that you're doing that. So yeah, we're on the tail end here. I appreciate your time, Allie. One last thing I always like to leave it with. So a lot of our followers are girls who are aspiring to play college lacrosse one day. They look up to someone like you, and they they just want to be the best they can be. What's maybe one piece of advice you can leave for a girl like that that was in your shoes not too long ago?
My best piece of advice, and it's something that, I really live by, is just work hard, block out the noise and work hard. It doesn't matter, my whole high school career and when I was being recruited and everything, like I was told I was too short to be a good college midfielder. So I should probably switch to attack, but you just put your head down, block out the noise, work hard, and it'll all work out.
I love it. That's great advice, Allie. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, stay healthy over there. Keep crushing it. I hope to see you in a Stony Brook uniform again, maybe next year. We'll see. Hopefully that works out. And thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.